So I am not happy. So basically I couldn't reschedule or make a new appointment for my infusion.
I must stay conscious through the madness and chaos, so I call on my angels.
I so hope I am in frame. So I'm gonna try to make this story short. I get this eye irritation at least once a month. It's quite long in I'm in pain quite long, and typically it's like a 6 to 8 hour process, and then it finally just kind of dies down. I get red eyes, I get swollen eyes. Yesterday it lasted 12 hours and I had an amazing break where I thought it was done. And then at the end of the night, it got bad and irritated again, and I ended up going to sleep because I was like in tears. And when I cry, it makes it worse and in pain. I'm curious to wonder if I'm having anaphylaxis, but I don't know. And I guess you won't tell unless you do like an EpiPen to see if it clears up, and if it doesn't, then it's not that. I was so scared that I was going to wake up with the same pain tonight, or this morning, because all night I kept waking up with this pain and the eyes bothersome, and then finally I fell asleep for a good few hours without waking up. And anyway, as you can see, I'm wearing a bandage on my left eye, and I'm in the dark, which is what I have to do, so I'm hoping you guys can see me, and I'm in frame. But I can't see. The last hour I woke up at like 6 and I stayed awake. I just kept my eyes closed in hopes that it would get better, but it didn't. I actually had to ask a friend to go feed my animals, and I have IV infusions today, so I'm so excited for that. It took me forever to find a doctor who would prescribe that, and I'm not going to miss it for anything. I'm not dying, so I don't want to miss it. I will be at a hospital, so maybe I can convince those nurses to give me an EpiPen. I mean, I don't think it's going to give me any harm if it's not allergic reaction. I don't know. So if not, I will just walk over across the street to the ER, since it is connected to a hospital, and see what they can do. My father is going to have to drive me to the hospital, to the clinic, the cancer center, to get the IVs, and then he's going to have to pick me up because I cannot drive. My left eye, I woke up with it pretty much sealed shut, which is new. I've never had that experience, and I think it's because it's so irritated for so long. So I kept this over it, which will keep it really dark in the eye, and I'm wearing sunglasses and then a hat. My right eye, as long as I keep it closed, it's fine, but as soon as I open it, which I'm trying right now, I can see like this much of color. It's very sensitive because it's doing all the work for the left and right eye. So it's just been a really rough day, pretty much since 7 a.m. yesterday to 7 a.m. this morning. So it's been a rough 24 hours. So I'm going to try my best to record today, and hopefully something clears up with this, because this is bad. So we are in the room, just waiting for the nurse to give me my IV. I have a TV, which is nice, and my own room. I just picture being in a large room with tons of other patients, but back here, it's like you have your own room, which is extremely nice. Yep, so you got to about 198, the highest so far. Alright guys, look at my eyeball. I just took off the cover off my eye as like a little bit after I walked into my own infusion room, and my eye is fine. Like, it's sensitive to the light, but it's not like teary, it's not swollen anymore. It just like fixed on its own, which it normally does. But I was terrified. I was like, I'm gonna have to get an EpiPen, I'm gonna have to do something. But anyway, so my infusion is being done right now, and to find out that he gave me a small bag, so it's only 30 minutes, not at 3 or 4 hours. So that's nice, but at the same time, everyone I know who gets this therapy treatment for POTS, they all are 3 to 4 hours depending on how fast the drip is and how big the bag is. But it's still 3 or 4 hours, and mine is 30 minutes. So that's different for me, and I don't even know. But I'm definitely going to try to get them to my home, because this drive is not fun every day or every other day or whatever. And my doctor also didn't put in any information in the system about how often to get them, so I literally just had to tell her how often I would want them. So we're really trying to investigate exactly what he wants. So because he has never treated any of his patients this way, I think that's why he gave me 30-minute IV infusions. And so yeah, we're gonna have to figure out something. But 30 minutes is easy. I get to just relax and sit here and see how I feel after. But I am so happy my eye is feeling better. So happy. So there's only 16 minutes left. Like, it just went so quickly. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but yeah, 16 minutes left. I don't know how this is gonna work. I have never heard of anybody that had a 30-minute bag and did anything to them that was positive. So I just feel like, because my doctor was already like, I don't really know if I should do this, like, but I convinced him that he will even give me a bigger amount of IV fluids, or fluids in general, because he was so weary about it to begin with. But I just don't think this small bag that's the size of my palm is going to do anything. Just a lot of questions, and 14 minutes in. 14 minutes left. Oh my gosh. Alright, we are done. 30 minutes is over with. She's going to take out my IV now, and I'm going to wait around. I may go upstairs to talk with the front desk who works with my neurologist and get some answers if I can, while I wait for my ride. So I am not happy. So basically, I couldn't reschedule or make a new appointment for my infusion because the doctor didn't state how many infusions he wanted me to get per week. And then they said they sent out a letter to the nurse, and then they called the nurse's office and no reply. So I came up here and I spoke to a nurse, and basically my doctor wrote on the paperwork that I keep insisting to get IV infusions, that he doesn't suggest it, and that we would try it, but he doesn't. And then he just he was very adamant about he doesn't suggest doing it. So basically the insurance won't cover it because he put it down that I don't need it, and that's pretty much it. So in my mind I go, well, what was the point of me doing it the first time if, you know, if you weren't going to prescribe me, you know, for me to go to IV infusions more? Like, me going once is not going to do anything, and if it did, I can't just get it once and be done with it. So the nurse is like, pretty much he needs to change his wording that you need it and then your insurance hopefully will cover it, which means I'm gonna have to wait. She said that he'll call me. I was like, can I just make an appointment? She goes, nope, do not meet him. It was really weird, and that basically I just have to wait till she speaks to him, and then he'll call me and he will tell me if he changed the wording and that insurance will cover it, and then we can start making appointments, or that he doesn't want me doing it. And I was so excited because I finally found somebody who finally listened to me, and he listened enough to get me the one infusion appointment, and that is it. And she also said, after I explained to her why I'm getting such a small bag, she said that, she goes, no matter what, I am letting you know that he's only going to give you the 30-minute bag. And I go, well, that makes sense, since he's not really interested in letting me have a larger, IV bag. So even if I start doing this, twice a week or once a week, I'm only going to get the 30-minute bag. So I'm really disappointed. I feel like I am backtracking. I finally felt like I was moving forward. I was so excited last week. I mean, I don't know, because even if he says, all right, let's do it twice a week, I feel like he's just only going to take it away from me out of nowhere. And I'm nervous also that 30 minutes is not going to be enough. Like, I know some people have troubles finding a doctor, but I'm so sick and tired of going doctor to doctor, doctor to doctor, and he's the only one that seems like he's interested in my disease and stuff, and I have no help. We have to push through each and every day. There's going to be days where we aren't going to get what we want. There are going to be days where we think everything is in order and they aren't. Doctors say one thing, other doctors say another. The receptionist on the phone will say one thing and the nurse will say another. It's rare that you will have a perfect day every day in the chronic illness world, or any world, this world. It's just not possible. And I just had one of those days, as I've had many other times, dozens of times. And, I come to realize that sometimes I just have to breathe through the day and just, breathe through the day and just get through it, so that I can wake up the next day and start over and have a clear mind and maybe get through that next day easier. Like, for instance, if I wanted to call the doctors today, I might have went off on them and flipped out and hung up on a few phone calls on a few people. And now I get to sleep and wake up tomorrow with a fresh, clear mind and think about how to talk to a certain person, what phone calls to make in that particular order, and make sure that it's a more successful day with the answers that I am looking for. It's not going to be a perfect day every day. So with that, everybody, stay super strong, and I will see you next time.